So now you may be wondering, man, this handsome looking guy's up here must be talking about Star Wars. Unfortunately, Star Wars is not a current event, but we're going to take things down a notch because usually my speeches are 137% jokes. This speech is going to be down to the grit. So, sad faces on. According to Alberta Health Services, in 2015, there were 274 deaths in Alberta associated with fentanyl. Fentanyl is often passed off as the new form of oxycodone. That is wrong. Fentanyl is about 100 times more toxic than morphine, heroin, or even oxycodone. This isn't like a worldwide phenomenon like bath salts was in 2012 in Miami when a zombie was created, I guess. This is in our towns and in our streets. This hits home. We could know people that have done this. My grandma is a nurse in the Crowsnest Pass where I live, and she was working the night shift one Friday night, and a kid that I used to go to school with, he was rushed into the emergency room because some marijuana that he bought from his friend was laced with fentanyl, and he almost passed away because of it. Now, you never truly know what you're getting. And this isn't something that can just be beaten and you're done with. In the documentary Fentanyl, the drug deadlier than heroin, we meet a kid by the name of Josh Gove, and he talks about how he became so addicted and so personally affiliated with fentanyl that it completely took over his life, to the point where he didn't want to live anymore. And one day he decided to try and take his own life. So in the clip, I will show later, he talks about how he phoned up his dealer and he bought 30 pills. And he always walked past and thought about jumping in the canal, off this bridge and jumping in the canal. So he says about how he took about 25 of these pills and he felt his respiratory system fading, and he just felt himself being lost. So he did what he wanted to do, and he jumped into this canal. Fortunately, when he hit the water, the rush of cold air, I'm sure everyone here has swam in Alberta waters. When you jump into that water is freezing, and you feel yourself take that gasp, that breath of air to catch your breath. Well, one of the symptoms of a fentanyl overdose is respiratory reduction. So when he hit that cold water, it kicked in his respiratory system. He took that big breath, and it helped him. And fortunately, he survived. And in the documentary, he talks about just how much that fentanyl took over his life. And it wasn't just cocaine or heroin. It was all surrounding fentanyl. And if he hadn't have gotten into this, he could have easily maybe been helped before he tried doing this. This isn't just something that we hear about on the news and think, well, that sucks, that's in Miami, that's terrible. This is happening to people in our community, in our towns, in our cities. This is happening outside, just outside your window maybe. It's happening to people we know, to our friends, maybe even to our family. This isn't just something that we hear about and slough off. This is something that needs to be taken over and taken control of, because just a little while ago, I think over the weekend, my grandma and I were talking about this, and like my family, we were discussing this, and there's like a new sort of thing, like a new offshoot of fentanyl. I can't really remember what it's called, but yeah, it's just going to keep getting worse unless we all do something about it, because honestly, I don't personally do it, but I knew a lot of kids in high school growing up that would go out and party, and they would go and get high. And if you don't know what you're doing, anyone could do this, anyone. A kid in my hometown, in the Crowsnest Pass, population of 33 people, if this can happen in the Crowsnest Pass, this could happen in Lethbridge and in Calgary, and I'm very certain that it is. Bath salts was a big thing in 2012, but I don't know of any cases that was in Lethbridge, that was in the Crowson's Pass, in Pincher Creek, or Fort Macleod. This is happening just outside. This is happening when you walk down the street. This is the grossest thing I could have ever imagined. People are doing this on purpose. They're lacing marijuana with fentanyl. They're putting this drug out on the streets even though it is killing people, just to make some money or for whatever reason. This, it's not just something that's happening somewhere else, because when it's happening somewhere else, you could just say, well, you know, you do feel something. Yeah, that is, I feel terrible about that, because that is somebody's family out there. But now it's possible that it could be in your family. This could be your little brother or your little sister that experiments or, you know, accidentally tries something. This could be at home. This is a topic that's not just out of our city or town or even country. This is in our streets. This is next door. This is across the street. This is down the block. This is right next to us, and we may not even know it. This is a dilemma, and it is a problem that I personally think needs to be fixed before any other teenagers or adults lose their life because of these weird, made-up drugs. Thank you.